We've had a very long but helpful meeting. We discussed how the Minsk agreements are being implemented. There were quite a few controversial ideas, but eventually we've managed to preserve in purity everything that our heads of state, foreign ministers agreed in Minsk on February the 12th. The ministers have, the foreign ministers have reconfirmed their commitment to what was agreed upon in Minsk, to uphold a ceasefire and the withdrawal of heavy armaments. We've also agreed on the OSCE monitoring mission with the joint Russian-Ukrainian Center for Coordination and Control and their initiative to add to the list of weapons that should be withdrawn in accordance with the Minsk agreement, to add to this list armaments with the caliber of below 100 millimeters. We've also agreed to include tanks into the withdrawal clauses. That is pretty important. It was Russia that suggested this about 6 weeks ago, and it's important that this initiative has been supported in the Normandy format. We insist that these agreements must be observed and implemented in all areas, not only in the military aspects, but also in the economic, political, and other aspects. It is wrong that the economic blockade of Donbass keeps on, and that social benefits and pensions are not being paid to the residents. And this will be mentioned in a declaration presented by the Normandy 4 by Mr. Steinmeier, the Foreign Minister of Germany. We gave special attention to the practical steps to implement the agreement achieved in Minsk by our heads of state. That the negotiation group must form working groups on specific areas of peaceful settlement, including military issues, an economic bloc for the restoration of Donbass, humanitarian issues, and issues of a political process, including, of course, a constitutional reform. We have called upon the contact group that includes Russia, the OSCE, Ukraine, Lugansk and Donetsk to form as soon as possible 4 working groups that should get down to work as soon as possible. We realize that it will take some time to deliver on this appeal, but our commitment to I see very promising our commitment to achieve practical steps to implement all the areas of agreement in Minsk. Of course, the latest developments in Ukraine, including the recent decisions taken by the Ukrainian parliament, this denationalization, this rehabilitation of war criminals by the Verkhovna Rada. It is all very alarming. So far, there have been no statements from our German or French partners about Europe taking measures and reacting somehow to this latest policy by Ukraine to glorify Nazis and de-glorify and defame the real heroes. All this threatens to undermine the peace process. But I will reiterate the conclusive speech by Mr. Steinmeier on behalf of our quartet give reason to hope, and it gives us a reason to believe that what has been agreed upon by the heads of state of Russia, France, Germany, that it will be implemented. Any questions? We spoke today with the representatives of the OSCE, the special envoy of the head of the OSCE, Hedit Aliveni, and head of the special monitoring mission, Mr. Abakan. They gave us an objective picture of what's going on. Unfortunately, there are violations on both sides, and this is reflected in the daily reports by the OSCE mission. In our statement, we have called upon both parties to cut down all the incidents and withdraw forces in accordance with the agreed timetable. This is our joint stance, and we're thankful to our partners for upholding it. Our Ukrainian colleague did not mention it, but this idea never got developed, and other colleagues did not comment on this. Thank you very much.